welcome to a new life in France. A very special day for me. Just behind me is the Maires, and Marie's in a place called Grassac. It's actually something I've driven through 2 or 3 times before, and I mean, I get the unenviable position. I get to travel a lot of France and see a lot of things, and this is a really pretty village that I've been through, and I've probably never ever stopped until today. Behind me is the Maires, and Steve and Donna are in there now with the estate agent, and they're talking to the Mairie. They have made a offer on a house, which is just down the valley that way, so it's less than 3 or 4 kilometres from here, and they're in now talking to the Mairie, asking some key questions on their property about things that they can do. So it's really exciting for me. Obviously I can't be in the meeting with the Mairie, but I'm going to meet both Steve and Donna and also their estate agent as well afterwards and just find out a little bit more. So this is a very special episode where we go behind the scenes about what actually happens when you find your dream property, you make an offer, but actually there's 1 or 2 things you want to do with it. Without further ado, let's go and catch up with them. Steve, Donna, we're back in Grassac. We were obviously here a couple of weeks ago with the exciting news when you put your offer in. Yeah. Now the offer is only sort of the first start of it, and here now we had to go and see the Mairie, see if they would allow you to do what they did. It's, you know, you've been in there a couple of hours. I wasn't allowed in, so I've been waiting anxiously to see what was going on. So, you know, Donna, tell us a bit more. What's happened?
It was a bit overwhelming for me because I don't speak French. And it was like having an interview. There was 4 people in there, but it all went really well. Everybody was really friendly. They did speak to me in English as well, which was good. They answered all our questions. They said that we got the go-ahead with everything. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Even more so now.
Steve, just coming to you then, you've got the go-ahead, but you know, take us through some of those things that needed to be asked to see where you could go.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've said this all along. When we come to France, we can't retire. We don't want to retire. We have to make money. And in the UK, we've got a doggy daycare business. We do overnight boarding. And, of course, we've got the grooming salon. So the property that we found, like you say, we've put in the offer. It's been accepted. We're now on the road to buying that property, which is just unbelievable. But there's no point in buying the property if we don't have the facility to make money. So the estate agent set up the meeting with the Mairie. The Mairie turned up, or the mayor turned up, so did the deputy, the second and the third deputy. So it was, like Donna said, it was like being in an interview. But we needed to make sure, you know, when we get here, can we do a grooming salon in that building? Can we look after dogs overnight in that building? In the future, if we want to convert this to a gîte, to rent out, can we do this? Yes, yes, yes. So it's everything we needed to hear.
And bed and breakfast straight away as well.
Yeah, we can have, you know, bed and board straight away. We can have the grooming salon straight away. So, mate, it's the exact news that we wanted to hear, and they were lovely. I think, if I'm honest, they seem to be really excited that 2 new people want to come and live in their little commune. And it's like, I don't know, they're so welcoming. It's just really warm, and it's just added to that excitement. Knowing that we can do exactly what we need to do to make it work here.
Donna, being stood here in the middle of Grassac and looking around, I mean, bits of it is a bit like the Mendips, so, you know, not too far from where you are. But also as well, looking at the census for the area, in 1968 there were 285 inhabitants of Grassac in the commune, and the commune that it is today, it's about 310, so it hasn't actually changed very much in sort of 50 odd years. So for you though, what is it that you love about the area, and, you know, particularly this lovely village?
I think the fact I do like the quaintness to it, and I do like the quietness of it, because I am a bit of a country bumpkin at home. And this is just the same. We don't see anybody at home at all. Nobody walks past our house because there's only a few people living there, and not many people know about the area. And we like the quietness, and this has got all that. And then we can go get in the car, and 20 minutes we're in towns and things like that. So for me, it's perfect. I can still be a bit of a hermit. So
I was going to say, you can still be antisocial and get away with it.
Yeah, and be with the dogs. Yeah, that's what I like, just being with dogs, really.
Steve, I know, you know, between putting your offer in and then coming here to the Maires, you've had chance to look around the area, you've been to Angoulême, and you've actually gone around, scouted a few of the towns around the area. So you've obviously fallen more in love, I presume, but tell us more on the practical sense, what you've also found.
Absolutely. Like I say, yes, we do like the isolation, we do like country living, but we do need the convenience of everyday life. So first of all, I found out that you can get Amazon in France, which was a game changer. That was brilliant. But absolutely, we decided to go and spend 2 nights in a hotel in Angoulême. We had a look around there, which was beautiful. Then we went to, I think it's Soyer or Soyer, something like that. Everything we could possibly need is there. I mean, Donna's, she has her hair done and she has her nails done.
Yeah, but you're going to be doing my hair
now.
Yeah.
But it's important to find those places that do the specific products that we use. When we get here, we're going to need to buy a washing machine, a tumble dryer, a new TV, a new fridge, and we found all those places. And then we found Montbron and Marton, which are the little shops close to us for the boulangerie, the patisserie, charcuterie, all these things. It's exciting just going to find them, but then realize, because like you say, Grassac, it is just like, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody here, and it's very sleepy and it's quiet. But literally 10 minutes down the road, half an hour down the road, you've got everything you need.
Yeah, but I think that's charming, because then you get to know everybody.
It is, yeah.
Everybody gets to know you, and I just think that's a lovely way to live.
Yeah, it's very. We said to Dunia, our estate agent, if we could pick up what we have in the UK, drop it in France, it would be perfect. And she hit every single piece of our brief. And like you say as well, it's exciting finding these new places and realising that it's everything we wanted and more. And yeah, we can't wait to get back and start living in these places as well,
Yeah.
Donna, just lastly, tomorrow you fly, I shall say, to the UK rather than back to the UK. So you fly to the UK. What happens next, though, on this journey?
I think just go home, tie up everything, decide what we're bringing and what we're not bringing. I think we're just selling a lot of stuff. It's just easier to get it here. And just want to get here as soon as possible. So it's just getting everything going, really, don't you think?
Yeah, so it's Wednesday today. We fly back to the UK. I'm not going to say home, because we're flying back to the UK tomorrow. We have photographers coming to take all the pictures of the property on Tuesday. Property goes on the market on Thursday. We do have some buyers lined up, but like I said before, we want to make sure that the business is taken care of. All of our clients, they're very important to us, so this has to happen. However, we want it to happen as quick as possible. And we've got great estate agents. Donna's sister and brother-in-law and nephew, they are our estate agents in the UK. So we are going to get home. We've decided, like Donna said, we've decided that's staying. We're going to make this as easy as possible. And the quicker we can sell our property, the quicker we can move to France and start going here. And again, we just can't wait.
It's great to see you. Obviously, we've met a few times at different shows and everything like that, but here we are in France meeting together, and I know we've met in Conflans before. But tell me a little bit more about the lovely area that is the Charente, and particularly the area where you sell houses.
So the Charente is in the southwest of France. It's one of the sunniest regions of France. The sun is out today as well and shining. It's where it's kind of like a meeting point, I feel, of different regions, because the Charente, you can be in the north of Charente, it feels quite different than the south of Charente, and it's close to a lot of the bigger cities. It's close to Bordeaux. You have Angoulême, you have La Rochefoucauld, you have Conflans, you have smaller towns like Ruffec, and you're also in some places you're actually on the border of the Dordogne, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. But the property prices are still a bit more affordable than the Dordogne and more than the south of France as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, I feel. And there's a large expat community here for sure, and it's a great community, and the French are very welcoming as well of that community. So I think that's why it's become more popular in recent times.
Steve and Donna have found their dream home with you, but talk us through the practicalities of what goes on with the whole process. So they've now found the property. What happens next?
So yeah, they found the property. I knew this property was for them. I sent it to them while they were in the UK before it came on the market for me. I said, I don't send them a lot of properties because they sent me a very detailed list of what they want. And I like to match properties without wasting their time with properties that I know I know they're picky. I know they have their dream home in the UK. I know they're giving that up to find something here that matches that. So they loved it. They thought about it. They made an offer. We signed the offer. After that, now is a lot of paperwork, a lot of visits. They met their closest neighbor, which is about 150 meters away from the house. But they wanted to sit down, they wanted to tell their neighbors what their business is going to be about. They wanted to make sure, you know, hey, we're doing this properly. We're going to introduce ourselves. It was very sweet. They appreciated it so much. They were like, we'll put you in touch with this neighbor, we'll put you in touch with this neighbor, we'll put you in touch with the mayor as well, because they wanted to sit down as well with the mayor's office and kind of tell them about their business before the compromise stage. They wanted them to know, this is our business, is this feasible before we go any further, because this is a big risk. And you know, the mayor was very welcoming. It welcomed all their questions, showed them on a big screen exactly, you know, which parcels. They have a meeting in La Rochefoucauld tomorrow, and they're going to talk about this in the council meeting there. And yeah, I think they had a lot of questions for Steve and Donna as well. Have you thought this through? Are you sure? There are risks to starting any business in France, so why did you choose Grassac? And it was great though. I think both sides felt really comfortable in the end, and they were like, we needed this meeting to happen. So now next stage is with the notaries. They are preparing the compromis. That's when the diagnostics are all done and etc. The boring parts, but they are necessary. You need your diagnostics, you need your sanitation to be checked, you need to get all the work that's been done. We need to check that, you know, all the décennale is in place, which is your 10-year guarantee, because their house that they have chosen, there has been work has been done. So we send all these to the notaire with all the bills, and he does the rest. So that's good. They don't have to worry about that. They just send them a paper to sign at the end, and then after that, the signature of the house, and that's of course pending sale of their house in the UK. The owner here has very graciously accepted to wait, because you know, she really liked Steve and Donna as well. She believed in their vision and their business, and I do think it's something missing from the area. And I know their passion at home, how successful they are, so I'm sure they're going to bring it here to France.
What is it that you liked about the property that you marketed?
Oh my God, I mean, it's walk-in ready. You walk in, you're like, wow, that was my first word, walking in. I didn't expect it. You know, Louise contacted me and said, you know, I have a house to sell. So I went to see her house, and I don't know what I was expecting, because when I searched the property, you know, it's kind of old pictures and you think, okay, it's just another property, but it's done up so nice. There's so much more potential. It's in a really calm setting, so you don't have noisy neighbors. You have just trees, fields. It's perfect. And she should be an interior designer, because her taste is incredible. And yeah, I would love to live there if I could move my kids from where they were.
Well, we've given you a really in-depth view now of buying a house and what everything goes into it, and also going to see the Maries, get certain things in. The next stage on now is to the notaires. But what a great day it's been. It's been really great to share it with Steve and Donna and just go through their journey. So really hope you've enjoyed that. Remember, you can look at some of the other episodes that we've had, and remember to subscribe to A New Life in France for everything about information and advice about moving to France.